Life. A concept so vague, yet so fascinating. We've gotten used to treating any individual that thinks like us as life, for no other reason than the fact that they are like us. For no other reason than that we all fight death to the bitter end for our own survival. But this is hubris, Doctor. Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are gonna be continuing the narration and character voice acting for the main story of Arknights, Episode 15, Dissociative Recombination. Alright everybody, I think this is gonna be our penultimate episode for this main story chapter. So next time, I believe we're gonna be finishing this off with the finale of the story, but that will be for next time. For now, we have also quite a bit to go through and quite a bit of events to see and hear about. But before we do so, as always, to anybody who bumps into the voiceover through this very episode, full playlist of the main story is in the description of this video, if you want to catch up with wherever you left off, or if you just are freshly starting off, or if you want to see any of these stories that have been so far mentioned inside of this chapter, either loosely or pretty much directly, be it through characters or actual mention. They're all pretty much listed out in the description of this video as well, so if you have something to catch up, you can pretty much easily do it through there. It's pretty much kind of like the game itself. Just pick one and then just kind of branch from it. You will find links and stuff in those same videos as well to other playlists. So yeah, there's a lot. If you have some catching up to do, enjoy. And thank you very much. But yeah, we have quite a story to go through, and I swear, I really swear, the further we're going into this story, I'm just kind of secretly hoping it's gonna get easier on the back end for myself, right? I'm not talking about the straight up recording, I'm talking about extra recordings that I have to do on the side, and this chapter is just like, nah. How about I ramp up the difficulty, buddy? How about I give you more work? Ugh, good lord. Game, you're lucky. You're lucky that I'm enjoying this. But yeah, anyway, we have a quick little recap to do, so let's get on with that. And for anybody who wants to skip the recap, you can do so with the timestamps provided by me down below in the comment section. But anyway, last time we continued on from where we left off with Amiya and the Doctor. We see them observing a conversation between Priestess and Oracle. Realizing that the information they seek is not in this fragment, they continue onwards. Landing in another fragment, Amiya and Doctor find themselves on board the spaceship Rhodes Island. There they see Oracle interacting with a primitive version of AMA 10. They soon find a bunch of formulas noted down by Oracle that they copy down, but the security functions of Civilet Eterna kick in and it's starting to force them out. Doctor and Amiya then wake up back on Rhodes Island and are greeted by Kal'tsit. Kal'tsit takes the Doctor along for a cognition test to see if anything influenced them in the deep dive. Later, when Amiya is done with her checks, the three of them go over the data that was brought back. The Doctor has an idea to use it to upgrade the equipment that the Rhodes Island operators are using currently. Meanwhile, in the simulation of the past where Hierda is, she realizes that she is just stuck in a repeating memory of sorts. Hierda then finally sees the person who is in charge of the ship, and Hierda herself sees as a god. Priestess. Back on Rhodes, Friston 3 has a dream. Bewildered by it, he goes to Closure to discuss it with her, but he also seems to form a plan or an idea of how to use this and how it might help them. Well, maybe. Upon waking up, Popcar wanders around the ship trying to find anyone, but all she finds are strange individuals she sees in the windows of the ship. Realizing reality seems to overlap with something else. Popcar does make it off the ship and meets with Orchid, but the exits she used vanished. Then all hell breaks loose on the ship. Originium grows everywhere, entities that resemble past enemies they fought appear as Originium copies, and all the elite operators on board are separated. Kal'tsit, however, goes and enters the sarcophagus to try and offer support to everyone on board. In a med bay, Warfarin and Chloe seem to have found something that works on the copy-pasted enemies. Hierda, meanwhile, is on her own little adventure and lecture of sorts with Priestess. Priestess brought her to a megastructure resembling a monolith. On it are inscribed the ripples of all civilizations. Priestess also shows Kiera a glimpse at what the threat is that is slowly killing the universe. A prismatic light. Wherever the light passes, it seems everything dies in its wake, and it seems that nothing can stop it. The reality is that sadly no one even knows what it truly is or how and what to do against a threat on this scale. Back then at Rhodes Island, we hear a warning from Kal'tsit. She is waking up. And yeah, that is pretty much where we left off last time. So, let's continue. And we are of course gonna continue from where we left off. Now, stage 12, where we left off last time, had only a cutscene before the battle stage, so we have nothing else to do here, but we do have two new enemies to go over. One is the Frozen Monstrosity's Echo, and it says, originating from an archived enemy who was once a staunch defender of heart and home. Originium has recorded and recreated her last waking moment before collapse. She suspects this place of being yet another illusion of the curse, and of her future fate. The other one is the Decode Basis Beta, unknown entity born in the abyss. It is passive if not attacked, but appears to be nullifying our attacks. From here we move on to stage 13. We have a cutscene that plays after the stage, so let's get our new enemy on this stage out of the way first. It is the Solidified Originium Colossus, originating from an archived enemy, an experimental colossus created by Spire casters, prone to getting lost. It has appeared in Rhodes Island in a form recreated by Solidified Originium. Stage 13 itself is called I Shall Be Your Eyes, and it says, like a feather on the back of my hand, dust in sunlight, and memory in corners. Kal'tsit enters the sarcophagus. She had once stood watch over this very sarcophagus, waiting for an elusive speck of hope from the sarcophagus's master. Transcending the temporal constraints of civilization, this space leads to the secrets in the deepest reaches of the ship.
Warning, unauthorized access detected. Identifying. ID confirmed. ID AMA-10.
The sarcophagus has my profile? Time is of the essence. I must connect to the core databanks of PRTS.
Accessing PRTS. Warning, no administrator privileges. Access will be restricted. Warning, unable to load repair module. Adaptation incomplete. Warning, error. Identifying. ID confirmed. ID Kal'tsit. Virtual machine loading complete.
The following conversation will be done by using an unknown language. Dear Kal'tsit, if you have triggered this encrypted AI model, that means the hopes I left behind have been impeded. Perhaps I myself have come to an untimely end. Dr. Jacob. You are surprised by my appearance, Kal'tsit. Have I failed? The future of Terra is yet unknown. I never expected to see you again, Dr. Jacob. This is simply an encrypted program encoded within my cognition model. It analyzes data input and provides an appropriate response. In other words, it does not possess my emotions or memories. I do not wish to disappoint you again, Kal'tsit. Why did you leave it behind? Because of you. I know that you will only return here when all hope seems lost, in search of one last chance. By then, however, I'm afraid that even I am unable to turn things around. You cannot help me anymore? My sarcophagus will render what assistance is possible, to the extent that it is possible for me. Even when it descends upon us. I didn't come to seek sanctuary, Dr. Jacob, but it's true that danger is very near. I need your help to take back PRTS. That will be difficult. The core databank of PRTS will deny access to the individual known as AMA 10. She has set this as an absolute prohibition. Is there no way around it? Perhaps there is one. If you are no longer AMA 10. AMA 10's Gemini cycle system has granted you immortality. It appears that the two individuals in the cycle have diverged over the ages. Violence and wisdom, conflict and understanding. Such evolution represents the most basic power of life. But these were duties forced upon you. They have become your shackles. Now, I empower you to lay down your duty. This is the final gift that I can confer upon you by way of the sarcophagus. But the ultimate decision is yours. What reason is there to hesitate? I must remind you that this is extremely dangerous. When you become the interface to PRTS itself, the functions of the sarcophagus will cause great harm to your physical form. The energy supply of the sarcophagus is insufficient to fulfill your request and protect you at the same time. Sanctuary will become torment, and you will forfeit any chance to extend your life. Are you sure you want to do this? I'm sure. I respect your decision. Goodbye.
Backup power is now online. PRTS permissions updated. Administrator permission confirmed. Welcome back, Dr. Jacob. Warning. Repair module has been disabled due to insufficient power. All communication module channels open. Communications receiver module overclocking procedure completed. Connecting to local PRTS databank. Connection complete. Warning. Upper vital signs unstable. Unable to load repair module.
Kal'tsit feels intense pain. With her mind connected to the sarcophagus, vast amounts of data on a civilization scale begin transmitting with her as the medium. She sees the main server beneath Laterano, the silent preservation room, the Karula arbor deep beneath the waves, the shadow moon rising from the megastructure on the dark side of Terra. Time and space are compressed into a single web within Kal'tsit's consciousness. She sees all of Terra and all of Rhodes Island. She gains a connection to everything. At the same time, however, the connection between her and Monster, one that has existed for 10,000 years and more, grows weaker by the moment.
Dr. Jacob, this duty is not a shackle. It was always my choice.
Warning. Operator vital signs unstable. Unable to load repair module. Warning unknown error. Unknown error. Unknown error.
I have no idea what lies ahead, Monster. This is the only thing I can do for you before I go to face her. The rest is up to you.
Kal'tsit breaks the limits that her creator placed upon her. In exchange for half of her life, she is reborn. Outside the sarcophagus, Monster roars in anxiety and bewilderment. It has lost track of Kal'tsit for the first time. The connection between it and Kal'tsit has been completely severed.
I am not going to the far side of Terra. She is here. Right here, by my side.
Administrator access detected. Permission verified. Welcome, Dr. Jacob.
I found you. You're not Jacob. Amaten? My name is Kal'tsit. You have crossed the line. And what of it?
In an unknown language,
Priestess?
Kal'tsit finally speaks her name.
You are uploading unvalidated data, Amaten. But you will not see it through to the end. Is that so? I'm no longer fighting on my own. I can see you, Radian. I'm fighting for control of PRTS. Time is short. Trace my signal. I will be your eyes.
57 minutes from the start of the incident. Can you do it, Radian?
Yes, but some compartments are still not responding. They may have taken too much damage. I have captured the bioelectrical signals of other colleagues, comparing with environmental data. Generating ship-wide scan.
Get ready to synchronize all signals, Mantra. You hear Mantra's calm, collected voice in your head. All active operators on Rhodes Island have been located. Ready to synchronize data from Radian at any time.
Scan is complete, Mantra.
Synchronization complete. Attention all hands, this is Mantra speaking. You are currently seeing in your mind real-time scan data of Rhodes Island's current state. Perhaps you're under attack from unknown sources, or isolated and lost. But we are now taking back the initiative, under the direction of Dr. Kal'tsit. The scale of the current emergency exceeds the scope of individual discretion. You are hereby directed to act in accordance with my instructions. Rendezvous with nearby operators as soon as reasonably possible under your individual circumstances. Regularly monitor the status of your protective equipment and avoid high-threat areas if at all possible. Elite operators Touch and Pith are conducting cleanup operations outside of the core area. They will be in touch with you to direct regroup efforts. The scale of the task before you must not be underestimated. The Doctor has designated a conflict zone, quarantine zone, and buffer zone, in reverse order of their proximity to the Abyss. While making every effort to ensure your own safety, you are to work on maintaining the buffer zone and delaying the expansion of the anomaly. There is reason to believe that this crisis is impacting far more than just Rhodes Island. 58 minutes from the start of the incident.
Cleanup of the two adjacent zones is complete. The scatter personnel have regrouped under the direction of Operator Radian. Are you hurt? It's not that bad. Closure's protective equipment was more effective than I expected. But it's not enough to deal with the dangers of extended exposure to high originium environments. Your squad cannot participate in the next operation. Get some rest in these safe areas of the buffer zone once you have received treatment. With the Witchcraft defense designated by a Logos and Mechanist, you should face much less pressure there. But this is an order. Don't worry, I won't allow anything to happen to any operator under my charge. Once the ship has stopped, you'll need to direct the other squads to evacuate and establish a larger buffer zone around the ship. Rest and get ready. Leave this to us. I hope things go as well on Sharp and Storm my side.
The status of the engines is unclear. There is a risk of collision with objects on the ship's course. We are taking all possible measures to reduce the possibility of this occurring. We will issue the warning to brace for impact if necessary. The ship will be brought to a stop once we regain control of the engines. Once we do, Rhodes Island will proceed to establish a new buffer zone around the ship to prevent further spread of the anomaly. 61 minutes from the start of the incident. From this vantage point, it seems the ship is still accelerating.
Not as much as it had been. What Logos is doing is working. Let's trust our comrades. We've got plenty on our plate as it is, evacuating people and eliminating potential threats on the ship's path. Brace yourself, we're accelerating!
I have visual on the mobile mining platform. It's possible that the ship will run into it. Stay on the current course, Stormeye. I'm dropping into the target location in 20 seconds to evacuate the crew off the platform.
Approaching target!
See you in a moment. The conflict zone surrounding the Abyss is the key area that we must break through. The elite operators have conferred and unanimously voted to break into the Abyss together. We are the knife that cuts through the darkness, and we are Rhodes Island's last line of defense. Do not let fear avert your eyes, comrades. Trust in my voice. Trust in Dr. Kal'tsit. Trust in Rhodes Island. Rhode Island Landship Mobility Layer. Seems like you've eliminated a threat. I saw lots of familiar faces before you came. The floor is littered with broken originium crystals, a sign of the voracious battle that just occurred here. The boiler worker sighs and picks up a broken epaulet made of originium. These originium things just won't die. I recognize the faces they wear. Some of them I strangled with my own hands. Others went away to a faraway place. But I don't suppose there are many left of those who left. You're not surprised about the things that are happening? There are many secrets on this ship. But all I care about is my boilers. That's the only thing I ask Her Highness to let me do. I need your help, Athanel. I can't get the boilers to cool down, and there wouldn't be anyone here to watch them if I left. The facilities of the mobility layer are spread out across a large area. Even you can't deal with everything. The control system is completely shot. I don't have the tools to manually calibrate the engines. Trying to brute force it would be even more dangerous. The originium particles density in the air is way past the warning line. Separate. There is room in the trappings of machinery for words to pass through. I will slow down the supply of fuel to the engine. He waves his bone pen, and incantations emerge from its tip, passing through the steel walls and expanding outwards. Stay. I shall embrace Rhodes Island with words. I will pull it back.
The ship is slowing down. None of us is giving up, Chloe. Our efforts are not futile. We will not allow them to be futile. I guarantee that they will receive your gift.
The trapped originium entity struggles.
You'll be free soon. The latest data have been uploaded to Kal'tsit. Once it's validated...
The originium entity shatters silently, every last fragment removed from the lab through the ventilation system. This strange thing will trouble Warfarin no more.
Success.
But she finds little joy in it.
The ship is slowing down. Locus has been successful. About the course that Locus brought up, Dr. Kal'tsit has charted 3 possible courses. There is one thing in common among all 3 predictions. They all end in the Targanglis Prime vein. I believe that is the course that BRTS has set.
The ship is being guided towards the vein?
However, the predicted course that best matches the current course will take us through a major canyon. It's unlikely that we'll be able to traverse it.
Don't you find it strange?
Definitely strange. All these threats that we're dealing with right now don't seem bent on completely destroying Rhodes Island. Losing PRTS, the appearance of the Rhodes entities, the shifts in the ship's internals, the change of course, none of these things would truly destroy us.
I have a breakthrough regarding the Originium monsters, Dr. Jacob. After uploading the experiment data to Kal'tsit, she has modified the bottom-level logic of Originium Mark and distributed the upgrade package to all operators. It will allow them to more efficiently deal with these Originium entities.
Upgrade? Where did your data come from?
Let's have a long chat, you and I and Kal'tsit, after we get out of this mess. That's all I have to say. I still have patients to attend to.
Dr. Warframe. Whatever the case, Dr. Warframe and Kal'tsit have taken care of a big problem for us. But all these threats only serve to delay our solution to the problem. Is it possible that the one we're facing doesn't want to be our enemy, Dr. Jacob?
More likely they just have no choice. We'll know what's going on once we're in the abyss. Give me a location on Closure Radian.
You got it, Doctor. I've located her signal, communicating with Mantra.
Ready. How are things going on your side, Closure?
We analyzed the structural changes recorded by Radian, and it seems like the shifts correspond to certain cyclical patterns. It's just that the data sample from each individual cycle is so vast and disorganized that we thought the changes occurred at random. It's all thanks to Mechanist that we managed to figure it out.
Wasn't so complicated after all, once you had data of sufficient quantity and accuracy. Also, Closure and I have created a provisional model that we can use to calculate and plan a route.
In other words, the spatial shifting won't trouble us for a while.
There's no time to waste then. We'll attempt to penetrate the abyss. Before that, we must assemble and provide support for Kal'tsit. I know where she is. These damn things just won't stop coming. Huh?
You're too slow. Now's the time for you to get out.
Misery shakes his head. We don't have nearly enough intel. This is the closest place to the abyss that we've reached. We're the only people who've gotten this far, and the only ones who can help Radian locate it.
That's not what you're really thinking about.
I don't want to be too slow again. Isn't that the same for you, Ascalon? Rosemontes and Blaze's squad is approaching your location, but they've run into a small problem. They've been delayed. Blaze scratches her head and looks at Rosemontes helplessly.
How do we handle this, kitten? I'm not sure.
The two of them are facing an Abnormal Justice Knight, Abnormal Therm X, Abnormal Castle 3, and Abnormal Lancet 2.
The buggies are still preparing to attack us. I don't want to harm them. Why did they suddenly lose control when we approached this area? Wait, Friston 3, stop!
No, I'm not going to ram your brief fire at you like the kids. I'm perfectly normal. Now, let me through. Time is short and my patience even shorter.
Oh no, not our little drones! Oh god. The ending of that cutscene is quite something, alright. I was wondering always if something's gonna happen to the drones or if Closure is gonna get to them fast enough to disconnect them from. I actually thought at this point that Closure already kinda disconnected them, but I guess because the other platforms are not the same as Friston, she couldn't do it for them. But hey, Friston is here to save the day apparently. We'll see how that is gonna continue in a bit. But yeah, damn, the beginning of the cutscene, Kal'tsit having a sorta meeting with old Oracle again was, ooh, that was kinda, that hurt kinda in a bittersweet way of sorts, even though of course it's not Oracle in any capacity. It is just, as stated, it is an AI that is reacting to Kal'tsit and answering back, but it's borrowing on like the thought process of Oracle essentially, which in this case at least, you know, if you would actually compare it to like today's AIs that we deal with on the internet the entire time through, ours are shit. Ours are absolute shit, and if you're interacting with them as a joke or time waster, sure, go ahead, but please don't, please, for fuck's sake, do not believe anything those things are telling you. I have seen what it does to people. But regardless of that, here we have an actual recreation of someone she knew quite well, and oh boy, that was definitely something she never expected probably to see at this moment of her life. And hey, Oracle still with the aces out of the sleeve, right? Giving Kal'tsit their own permissions to access PRTS, and she is now at PRTS essentially. We'll see where that leads as well very soon. But yeah, damn, what a slew of scenes. Also, good god, her being also now separated from Monster completely, it seems, is quite something, alright. But yeah, anyway, we continue on to stage 14, titled In Dust or Blood. And it says, even if we knew everything, it doesn't necessarily mean we would be able to change everything. This only has one cutscene, which plays before, so let's continue. Playlist Golden Oldies selected. Resuming from previous playback. My love blows the blossoms on the hills. Now's not the time for karaoke, Friston 3.
You think I wanted to do that? My playback module is customized and I don't have the remote. Damn you, Closure! Blaze, watch out for Justice Knight. Which damnable subdirectory did Closure put my code synchronization function in?
Gonna give you my tears. Save my precious.
Getting on my 6. Justice Knight has me in her sights. Got it. Whoa, almost hit Justice Knight. Ouch! Stop running into me!
Thermax rams with burning heat.
Burning! Boom!
No matter who. Whispers of love. One trap, one lifetime.
Alright, Thermax, let's see who burns brighter. Hey, don't hurt the buggies. I know, I got this.
Protect friends.
You need healing, Friston 3.
I guess I should thank Closure for freeing that energy barrier generator.
Here's my most beloved. You shine in my tears.
Friston 3, how long do you need?
The synchronization module is ready, but I can't jump across this Originium.
I'll make a path for you. Now.
Friston 3 accelerates up the ramp and takes flight. As he spins in midair, he cannot help but throw a photo out.
Man, it's been so long since I moved like this. That synchronized transmission system that you boasted about had better work, Closure.
Guide these crazy carts into position and immobilize them. I'll fix them. A gift to you. This love in my heart. I have a connection. The song continues to echo in the empty desert. A gift to you. There's love in my heart. There is no question that the playback module has malfunctioned, playing Closure's favorite ballads over and over, as though this scene were supposed to be some tearjerker. But what he's actually doing is sharing the dream of inevitable parting with a few buggies that do not even have minds of their own, sharing his deepest memories as a human. Trevor Friston would have no shortage of profanities to spew, if he could spew them.
What's this place? I thought we were trapped I don't remember anything. Beep beep. Anomalous target detected. Who are you?
Use your brains, whatever they're made of. Closure says you're supposed to be smart. That voice, that tone, you're Friston 3. But Friston 3 isn't as tall as you are. No, he is Friston 3. I feel a familiar warmth from him. Warmth. How come I can't feel my own warmth anymore? Ugh, this is such a headache. Maybe this will make you feel better.
What is this place?
My dream. A dream that was a surprise to me too. Now shut up and listen. Something is wrong with PRTS. I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. Someone made your cognitive modules go haywire, and you were wreaking havoc all over the place. I had no choice but to put a stop to it.
Beep beep. Justice Knight does not understand.
Basically, I'm rewriting your bottom layer code with my core code. I'll ensure that your memory modules remain intact, of course. This will take some time. In order to make sure that you stay put during this time, I had to connect your cognitive modules to mine. The side effect is... I share my dreams involuntarily.
What is going on, Friston 3?
A friend of mine is waking up from a long slumber. Stop thinking. It'll overload your brains. What you need to do is walk with me before things come to a close. The gathering is about to begin. A blonde woman dances joyfully in a camp filled with lights and ribbons. It is a party! No, a wedding. My daughter's wedding.
Are we not going to join Friston 3?
We'll watch from here. I don't want to go there, because it means I'll once again...
Are you sad?
You can tell?
Of course. Are we not the same?
You said someone made our cognitive modules go haywire. Why did you help us? No particular special reason. Like Lancet 2 said, we're the same. At least we are now, on Rhodes Island. Life on the ship is peaceful. I won't say I like it, but compared to that dream without an end, those unrealized futures, it's not as bad. Trevor Friston can hear the familiar laughter of his daughter. A wedding that he must miss, a promise that he must break. Perhaps, if he did not go any closer, he would not have to watch her walk away. Code override complete. Let's go home. He does not wish to stay there, not even for a moment longer.
What happened to Rhode Island? Friston 3, are they all back to normal?
For now. I rewrote the sections of their code associated with PRTS, ensuring their basic operation with my own core code.
Right, now we can go and help Misery's team, Kitten. Where are you going next, Friston 3?
I'll have a meeting with the kids now that they've woken up. There should be something that we can help with. I'll talk to Closure. I've got a score to settle with her anyway.
Looks like the buggies are back to normal for now, Amia.
What about Mr. Friston?
Well, he seems a little pissed at me. Other than that, everything looks alright. We're rewriting PRTS associated code with the zone. Would have been a lot of trouble otherwise. Are all our PRTS permissions gone? I'm afraid so. PRTS is actively blocking all our access. All of its operations take place in a black box now. Kal'tsit is fighting to take control, but I'm not sure how long she can keep it up.
Cut off the core power supply of PRTS and manually activate the backup system and fight for control over the ship.
My Z system is unable to fully wrestle control from PRTS. Kal'tsit and I have done simulations about this sort of situation. By force booting it with the ship's power, it may be able to temporarily establish control over certain non-core areas. But all outcomes end with destruction of its core components due to overload.
You've already made a decision, haven't you?
I can get to work right now. If I can make one, I can make another.
Let's prepare both options. We will activate the backup command system at the same time as we attempt to penetrate the abyss. Now, you're finally coming online. I've waited for this moment for too long. Let me take a good look at you.
Closure waits with anxious anticipation. She had longed for the day when it would truly come online, just as much as she had feared it. For it would mean that Rhodes Island was once again in desperate straits. Zood command system online. Updating permission log. Original administrator privileges detected. Confirm key. Key command. Machine oil acetate. Verification complete. Welcome back, Closure. Awakening all backup nodes. Loading. Warning. Awakening failed. Unable to bypass PRTS restrictions.
Activate overload.
Backup power detected. Source, Rhodes Island mobility layer. 71% remaining. Warning, overload mode will greatly reduce equipment lifespan. Estimated power remaining in minutes, 61. Overload mode activated. Awakening all backup nodes. Warning, PRTS incursion. Warning, Zood core program is being overwritten. Warning, insufficient power to continue operating the Zood system.
Wait, hang in there, 0th order oil tank. Damn it, it's all or nothing.
Warning, severe core insufficient backup power. Time remaining, 21 minutes. Communications are online.
We're being attacked by PRTS, Doctor. Zood will coordinate defenses with Kal'tsit. The rest is up to you.
All personnel come check.
In position. Acknowledged. Waiting for you on the front lines. Moving to rendezvous point. Be right there. I'm here, Doctor. It's been a long time since we had a good brawl together. The bad guy has returned. Moving to rendezvous. Give me a minute. I'm here. Assembling. Waiting for you.
Objectives updated. Priority objective, support Kal'tsit. Core objective, enter Abyss and cut off PRTS's core power supply.
progress. Welcome back, Administrator.
Well then, the Abyss, PRTS and Kal'tsit are waiting. Time to book it and save a kitten. Oh boy. But yeah, also the beginning of this cutscene, almost a comedy show. I will say, throughout this chapter how much crazy shit is happening, I do appreciate the little comedic moments that are being specifically placed in certain spots. The first and 3 stuff, it starts a bit comedic, but at the same time, very, very interesting part, honestly. Again, I want to remind everybody, I think I already did so in this series so far, but I also recorded quite a lot of, dozens and dozens of hours so far, so I do want to still say it one more time, if I did already, so apologies. But again, as a reminder, Friston 3 is someone who was human at one point, but the guy was designated to be the one to observe all of those sarcophagi that were buried below the earth. He was the preserver, essentially. He was looking after them, and he was also charged with keeping contact or trying to get into contact with anybody out there who might still be alive. And again, if the preserver would have just been a normal machine, a normal AI who is just awake and is calling out into space and looking for an answer and not receiving anything back, it would have been fine, because at the end of the day it would have been an AI, right? A machine that probably doesn't have the cognition to be in distress or be disheartened or just lose it at some point. But he was human, who was put into whose mind was technically put into a machine, and for over 10,000 years the guy was awake, calling into space, as we've seen in Lone Trail, that one moment in the story where we get to see his mental breakdown, essentially, that is happening over millennia, or millennia of time. And now we see him here on Rhode Island as the little drone just bugging around. And even though he comes from a very highly more advanced civilization, he does say he enjoys life right now as it is, and how could he not, after what he went through, right? After what he mentally had to go through, now actually having a sort of normal life where he can just enjoy everyday things, hang out with buddies, and the drones are essentially his own kind at this point, and he is very protective of them, as we've seen in this scene. And yeah, honestly a very powerful moment for Friston to just declare that, yeah, I kind of like it here right now. I don't want this to go away and suffer. He found his home. He found his new home, essentially. Very powerful moment. But yeah, we have a cat to save. But before we do that, we do have one new enemy here on this stage, which is the Blast-Proof Cargo Helper. And it says, it will brave the chaos and deliver the goods safely to their destination, even when all hell is breaking loose on Rhodes Island. Designed to transport dangerous cargo to begin with, it certainly could not care less whether they are dangerous. Good for you! But yeah, anyway, from here on, no new enemies will be added, so we can keep on going. Stage 1515 is our next stop, and it says, Rejection of Mourning. Even if no one understands, we must continue to walk this path. One cutscene here takes place after the battle stage.
Life. A concept so vague, yet so fascinating. We've gotten used to treating any individual that thinks like us as life, for no other reason than the fact that they are like us. For no other reason, then, that we all fight death to the bitter end for our own survival. But this is hubris, Jacob.
Target eliminated.
Storm Eye, 4 o'clock, 2-round burst fire.
At the wall supports?
Storma is confused but fires 2 arrows in rapid succession without hesitation.
The environment changed the instant I fired. The obstacles disappeared and the rounds hit the enemy. How did you do that?
It wasn't me. It was Zoot who did the calculations. Now jump down at your 6 o'clock. Don't worry about the originium shards in the hole.
Huh.
He jumps, and his surroundings change again, causing him to fall endlessly, until his fall is arrested by a rope of incantations. Closure's calculations were spot on. I've been waiting here.
What now?
Follow instructions and go in with eyes shut.
We praise the courage of struggle and celebrate the virtue of defiance. And so the lives that follow the same way of thinking join the procession of slim hope. Before a true God, however, our struggle must seem utterly insignificant to it. Perhaps it never even took notice. All hostiles inside have been eliminated. Quarantine zone line of defense established.
Good job, Kitten. Shame you didn't leave a few for me. What's next, Closure?
30 seconds. The next wave of enemies will appear at 12 o'clock. Eliminate with extreme prejudice. It will open a path to the route that the doctor must take.
Good. More painful, culprit. How about I get first dibs this time, Kitten?
You don't agree with me, do you, Jacob? There is no certainty that this is the key to the truth. But after ascertaining that the foreseen despair will destroy all that we worked for, we must grasp what hope we can reach in our hands. I have poured too much love into the miracle of life, but I see ever more clearly the weakness and flaws that we cannot cast aside. How do I trust everyone whom I love? How do I trust you?
Closure, it's not working. The surrounding structures are beginning to contract. They're trying to crush me. The drones I sent out aren't finding any viable routes. The reinforced supports won't last long.
I'm working on it. Zoot is trying to process a lot of data simultaneously. Give her some time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mechanist, look up.
Huh? In the shadow, the ceiling begins to warp. Then a cold blade cuts open a path leading to the unknown. A hand emerges from the gap. Someone said you needed a hand. As they say, extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. Hang on tight, Mechanist. Everyone's waiting for you.
I cannot accurately predict when we will meet again, but I am certain that when that time comes, we will have lost all that we have now. No life can defy death forever, and those who have passed do not meet again at the end of time. But I hope that I will see you again there, Jacob.
Monster howls and charges his energy, and fires an energy beam. The beam burns a massive hole through the blockade of Originium entities, breaking its way into the distance, cutting the entities down in swathes. Then it is stopped by some kind of force.
Good hit, good hit. Just be careful you don't hit the doctor, monster.
We're in position.
You lead the team out of the darkness. Kal'tsit's here. Monster shakes its body in joy.
Support monster. Neutralize all enemies around the sarcophagus.
Coordinate with me. No problem. Incantations with you. Is that the sarcophagus? It was hidden inside a ship all along? Where I first woke up.
Kal'tsit's signal is weakening. We have to get inside.
Is Kal'tsit in there? It's not looking good for her, based on what Radiant said. We need to get her out of there ASAP, Dr. Jacob. I'm worried for her safety if we delay any longer. We contact Rashleigh. We don't know what the situation is with Kal'tsit and the sarcophagus. Combat logs indicate that someone came into contact with the sarcophagus in Cherubog, causing a reaction that nobody expected.
Kal'tsit's different. Leave it to me. You walk towards the sarcophagus without hesitation. You touch the cold sarcophagus. It answers. No, Kal'tsit answers. We must press onwards together.
Dr. Kal'tsit!
You've come at a good time.
What's the situation of Rhodes Island?
You extend your hand to the one in the sarcophagus. Everyone's safe, thanks to you. Welcome back, Kal'tsit. She takes your hand. You have never felt such weakness from her. You don't look so good. What happened?
Don't worry about me. It wasn't easy trying to access PRTS through the sarcophagus, but I did find a surprising gift. I'll share more information about PRTS and Priestess with you.
Monster anxiously howls.
Don't worry, Monster. I'm still standing before you. I won't abandon you. I've located a path into the abyss, Dr. Jacob. It's time we put an end to this. The interference is strong here. We're very close to the abyss. But there is no path. The abyss has completely concealed itself. I can pinpoint its precise location at this range.
Standing before the wall in the deepest reaches, Kal'tsit takes a deep breath. She has never been this far in. Monster anxiously growls. Don't worry, Monster. I'm with her. You walk to Kal'tsit's side.
I'm with you too, Dr. Kal'tsit.
Rhodes Island faces threats unitedly.
Maybe things will be different this time. I have retained certain permissions by the way of the sarcophagus. I'll open a path.
Kal'tsit touches the wall that separates you and the abyss.
Anomalous power fluctuations detected over interceptions are offline. Component damage.
Sorry, closure.
Zeroth order oil tank. Thank you. The ship has stopped. Protect the doctor, Monster. From this point on, act according to your own discretion based on the doctor's condition. You must protect the doctor from unknown threats, and protect the doctor from the doctor, if it comes to that. Keep a close eye on the condition of Dr. Jacob Amia. The rules we think we know about reality do not necessarily apply inside the abyss. Danger is everywhere, but your safety and that of the doctor are the highest priority at all times. You're the only ones who can face the ultimate threat. Yes, I'll be careful.
Anything else I need to know?
Trust your heart. I never thought this would come so soon, Dr. Jacob. But our experiences in the assimilated universe and in Three Mounts have made me rethink. You have shown me a different possibility. Whatever happens from this point on is completely unknown. To you, to me, and to everyone else on Rhodes Island. I need to hear it from you, Dr. Jacob. Will you still hesitate in the face of possible danger?
No. I'm not worried about the danger before me, for I am with you. All of you. It's you I'm worried about. You have been on edge ever since we entered this area. Monster lets out an uneasy growl. Kal'tsit. Rhodes Island and I are with you. Trust us. Tell me what I need to do. I've awakened the program that opens up the abyss. The energy required to open up the compartment is ready, but I do not have full permissions to access the abyss.
Should we smash our way in then? Maybe Misery can think of a way.
Kal'tsit shakes her head. There might not be another place more concealed, more secure than the abyss in all of Terra. Only one person has the permission to access it. You feel Kal'tsit's gaze upon you.
Doctor?
If I'm needed, I will not be afraid. Most of Rhodes Island's structure was badly damaged when I finally found it, 17 years ago. Only the abyss and its surrounding areas remain completely intact. The unknown energy within the abyss continued to power PRTS, becoming the framework of the command system that we came to rely on. But no one had accessed the abyss, not in over 10,000 years. Three years ago, when Amnanon fully descended, I began to realize that the crisis was progressing faster than I had expected. Many of us witnessed the chaos firsthand. We still feel sorrow and regret vividly. Ascalon raises her blade silently, on guard against any sudden threats. Sensing Ascalon's tension, Radiant calms her and everyone else present with her Reginium arts. For 3 years we have strengthened Rhodes Island's defenses, simulating threats that attempt to destroy Rhodes Island from within. It was through the joint effort of all our operators that we managed to quickly identify the source of the crisis when it occurred. But we are now at the edge of the fog. Take one step further, and we step into the unknown. Once I hesitated, but the doctor is right. We will overcome this crisis, as we have done so many times. For we are together. Logos's bone pen draws through the air, the words coming out of his mouth, and the blessings soon after. It's been a long time since we worked together in sync, Logos. How are you feeling? Focused.
Based on available information, there are more than just the core parts of PRTS in the Abyss. An entity by the name of Priestess may be sleeping in a sarcophagus within.
If Priestess wakes up, she must be neutralized ASAP with the full force of all present. It is the best way to prevent any mishap, Dr. Jacob. The moment of her awakening will be her weakest. It will take time for her to adapt to her surroundings.
Doctor?
You touch the wall in front of you. The strange sensation causes your heart to race. You have the feeling that this place was waiting for you, that you are the reason for its existence to begin with. The wall trembles. You seem to hear blaring sirens that threaten to burst your eardrums. For an instant, you fall into a trance. Does the cacophony come from the present or the past?
The abyss is changing!
The wall begins to move irregularly, creating a rift. Air gushes out from the rift. Wail. The Banshee's incantation forms an invisible barrier that stops the gushing jet. Step back, Doctor. Everyone on guard. Monster lets out a high-pitched howl.
Dr. Jacob. I never thought I would be the one who didn't want to let go.
Protect the doctor, Amia.
Roger.
Pink threads rise from her staff. The black crown appears above her head.
Electromagnetic communications established.
You hear Mantra's voice in your mind. If you need any help, just give a thought. We're here.
How about you cover my flank, Sharp?
Then make sure you hold your bow tight.
I am sure that the connection between us will transcend even time and space, Dr. Jacob. I am sure we will meet again, at the far end of our civilization, once adorned by darkness and the brilliance of the stars up above. We will meet once again. I will wait for that day.
Give a holler if you need help, kitten.
Our arts are being suppressed by the environment, but the Originium art seems to work. Strike with boldness.
I can go in first to check things out. No, I have a feeling... there is no danger here. But that makes me even more worried. I'm going in. Follow me.
I'm with you.
Get ready, folks. The fate of Rhodes Island is in our hands. We're together. You step into the space within the rift.
I will wait until the day comes. I promise you, I will. Wait for me. You must wait for me too.
The cat rescue operation was success. Good God, what an... Oh my god, the lineup. You will probably hear it in the clip section anyway. But I will still say it right now. What a lineup. Holy shit, that picture goes so hard. That picture goes so hard. And it's in so stupidly low resolution. I hate it. Oh my god, but yeah, Doc, Amia, Kal'tsit, and Monster in the middle, and then every single elite operator around them just spreading to the left and the right. Oh my god, what a picture. Put this on a display or make some kind of wall poster or scroll or something. Do it. Actually, idea. If anybody is watching this and is in the CN community, if the CN community didn't ask already for this, because I'm refusing to believe that no one actually asked for this, people probably did, people ask for a lot of stuff, but if someone is watching from the CN community and wants to clip something right now, please do so and send this to Hypergriff, because I'm a small channel and who the hell knows if they even know if I exist. But I want to say this, dear Hypergriff, everybody at Hypergriff, first off, thank you for this amazing game and the story. I do cry from time to time and it breaks my heart, so thank you for that. Sorry. But slightly joking aside, please, dear Hypergriff, if anybody from Hypergriff ever sees this, that picture with the doc and every single core member of Rhode Island, well, the core members, Amia and Kal'tsit, and everybody else from the elite squad being that nice little lineup there, I know you guys, and I know how design at least works to some degree in gaming, I know you guys somewhere on a hard drive or server or something, you guys have a pretty high resolution image of this thing. The low resolution here in game is partially a travesty, I will not lie. But I understand how storage also works for these mobile games. But please, turn this thing into some kind of giant poster for a wall in full high resolution, not the thing that is here in game, but actual high resolution. I will buy it, and I can guarantee that a lot of other people will. A lot of other people will buy this thing. I can guarantee it. Turn it into a wall scroll, like a sideways scroll or something. Turn it into a display. Hey, commission a display. If I had access to this picture. Display has recently started, I was looking into this stuff. This Display has recently started to offer like custom made displays if you send a picture in. if I would get my hands somehow on a high-resolution picture of this, Hypergriff, I want you to understand, I want money to go to you guys, not to another company. I would commission this as a display for a wall, but yeah, please, for the love of everything, please make this into something that goes onto a wall and make it into high resolution, or just release the high resolution asset for it, because my god, this has to be released somewhere. Like, it has to exist and be released somewhere. This art for that specific scene goes too hard. You cannot leave it at the low resolution one that is here in game. Please. But anyway, rant over. Cool scene, is all I can say. Kal'tsit is saved. Sorta, I guess. She's weakened now because she's separated from Monster, but yeah. Everybody's there, and we are in. And we are being awaited, apparently. So let's not dwindle around for too much. I just wanted to say some stuff. And continue on to 1516. And this is where our background changes for the third time now. This is also where the third poem kicks in. And also, more importantly, the menu does actually not change. Now, I don't know if it's because the timer ran out already, if it's not gonna change anymore. I'm probably not gonna see the final change because it's a little time left here, but it's fine. I can still see the background, so I'm pretty much fine with that. But anyway, 1516, titled Margin of Eternity and Now. The past in your eyes began but a moment ago, but the dead past is simply another name for the present. A simulated universe when she awakens. Theresis falls into the ocean of information. The massive quantity buffets him, assimilating his cognition. He can feel his mind grow slow, but he still tries to follow the guidance left behind by Theresa. Guided by his sword, the information flow reconstructed by Theresa clashes with the pre-existing one. The massive collision lasts only an instant. The surface begins to surge, then the sea splits open, as if sliced by a sharp blade. A dark abyss appears in the assimilated universe. The sea of data stirs and roils. Waves crashing against waves, drowning out one another. Even as his mind grows numb, Theresis can sense the will, gazing upon him, weaken rapidly. Your plan worked, Theresa. Sever their control over Amnalam and seize it. But suddenly, all the violent scenes come to a screeching halt. She opens her eyes and sees the small, frail creature.
Connection... unstable. It's you? Your action surprised me. Theresa and Theresis.
Theresis does not comprehend the space before him. Perhaps it is simply another illusion of a dying mind. Until he hears a familiar language that he can understand.
But perhaps this was the result that one wanted to see? Your intentions are as easy to decipher as your language. The evolution of Terra had brought many surprises. A shame.
You think we failed? Then why do you hide and refuse to show yourself? He meditatively swings his sword, guiding the chaotic information through the pure white space. Falsehoods.
You've implemented a backdoor in my project and restricted my access. The data tells me I'm losing this piece of Originium. My attempts at maintenance have been in vain. Impressive. Your rash actions have borne fruit.
There is nothing physically imposing to the voice whispering about failure before Theresis. But this simply serves to make him more wary. Your arrogance reminds me of someone. Someone who deceived me. There is more than one evil spirit of a bygone age.
Dr. Jacob. I see you've met. Then, let me introduce myself. Priestess, linguist, and colleague to Dr. Jacob.
Theresis cannot care less who Priestess is. Priestess or evil spirit, it makes no difference to him. He clutches his sword tightly. He will find a way to break through.
You are anxious to defy a reality that you cannot perceive, Theresis. You were much calmer when you plotted with Jacob on the border of Casdell.
You were watching.
Watching? No. I have long lost the energy and passion to observe the evolution of a newborn civilization. All I did was look up the data newly added to Originium and checked some information that interested me. The expansion of Originium is a consensus between me and Jacob. The current circumstances of Terra have somewhat differed from our predictions, but it remains on track. I admit to being surprised by your attempt to retake this Originium, but the duty of it will be fulfilled, no matter how you struggle.
You can believe what you want, creator of Originium. You believe that Originium is immovable, but she opened a path here and liberated the myriad souls. She was not the first to resist, and I will not be the last. Someone will stand before you, until there is none left to toy with our fate.
Fate? Do you continue to believe that Originium stands opposed to the fate of your civilization? If you truly understand the history of your people, have you ever questioned why you have evolved in our likeness? You do not understand what you are resisting?
Theresis observes his surroundings. He is certain that he is still inside Originium. The nature of what makes up this place is no different from the tower that Theresa weaved. It is information reconstructed. Theresa has left him the key. He is sure he can put an end to this enigma.
You noticed?
You do not have a real physical body. We're still in that ocean.
In the language of Originium, reality and falsehood are not polar opposites. When I first created this language, I wanted it to decipher the ultimate question that we had been unable to answer, despite all our efforts. It. Jacob once hoped for the beings on this land, guiding them to evolve and seek hope through Originium, giving them a chance to face it. Perhaps even overcome it. But they are doomed to despair. Tikas, you were not part of the plan, but you became the species most affected by Originium. An accident. I must applaud your courage for standing here.
An accident? Is this how you summarize our fate? You're certainly alike, Priestess. You call the fates you toy with a gift of hope, millennia of suffering, and necessary sacrifice. But Jacob was honest at least. His sword pierces falsehood, but his space on the other side. Nothing changed. Theresis closes his eyes and raises his sword.
Your violence is meaningless.
If you didn't care whether this pathetic race of mine can seize its own fate, you should have eliminated me already. You're still weak after awakening from a long dream. Are you not, Presence? He lunges without hesitation. The sword wave cuts through the figure, disappearing without a sound into the pale white wall in the distance.
I said this is meaningless.
Another strike. I've always wondered, what exactly is the difference between you, the self-proclaimed creators, and us? Theresis holds nothing back. The white wall begins to crack. You have not brought everything to a standstill. You just wanted to buy more time, or simply to mock these struggles of a pathetic race. Suit yourself, priestess. Once again, Theresis senses the surging tide of information, remnants of the broken tower that Theresa weaved. Theresis swings again. Golden seawater shatters the pale wall, rushing into the seemingly boundless white space. The tide swallows all that it sees, but parts before the figure of priestess. Like a static comet, leaving behind a black tail of calm in the sea of surging fury. Your connection to the Originium is weakening. You're fading away.
Continuing to process this disorganized data is a waste of energy.
The waves converge upon the last area, slowly submerging Priestess's figure. They also close in upon Theresis.
Is this the end that you sought? Isarca's data has corrupted part of the assimilated universe. The data has been deleted, but I do not have time right now to repair the rewritten structures. You can survive in the assimilated universe in another form.
Survive? I came to pass judgment upon the gods. Isarca swings his sword at the creator one last time before the torrent of information engulfs him.
Warning. Unknown threat. Identifying error code.
Identification failed.
Simulating path. Simulation failed.
Rebooting bottom level computing area. Assessing danger level.
Repeat.
And there I was, thinking that all I had to do after I found a successor was hand out candies to the children. You have never proclaimed such a revelation before. Incoming data. Originium. A warning or yet another swan song of hope? Where are you, kindred? What have you encountered? The wind brushes past the throne. The sovereign's gaze moves away from the depths of the void outside his domain. This music exists outside of order. How did it invade my pavilion? My Lethanian? The traces of Genesis? Silence is broken. Priestess's figure, shattered by the golden vase of information, disappears without a trace. The sea of data dashes against Theresis even more furiously. His mind grows crowded. His body begins to crack. The waves of information take away the blood that flows from his wounds. Originium crystals multiply in every cell. Theresis is completely inundated. Blood-red seawater gushes from the bottomless abyss, melting into the golden sea. The sea of data in the assimilated universe turns a dark red, like blood, the color of the Sarkas. Finally, a tiny figure rises from the sea. We took control of Amnanam, Theresa. I can feel the direction that the waves flow now, and the massive amounts of data that I cannot comprehend. He wants to share his joy, but there is only the sound of the waves in the boundless void. He can no longer hear even his own heartbeat. There is only him here. There is no longer any meaning in staying here. He will return alone to Terra, to the land that belongs to him. The rhombus in the void grows faint and broken. Priestess's consciousness once again falls into slumber. The spread of Originium has been far slower than expected, and she has unexpectedly lost part of her control over it.
Two Terrans, a frail and overlooked race. I'm starting to understand why you're so interested in them, Jacob.
As her consciousness fades into darkness, she turns her gaze to the land known as Terra. She sees the one they call Doctor walking with the Kal'tsit and Ama-10 into the dark passage that leads to the underground throne room. She sees the city of Londinium cry out in pain in the fires of war. She sees death. A disintegrating Kal'tsit, whose information is melting into the assimilated universe's sea of data. Then, she reaches out.
And that was the last time you saw Priestess?
Yes. I still have many unanswered questions. Time is no longer my major concern.
Do you not miss your home, traveler?
Miss. The Kal'tsit answered this question many times when she lived on the ship that housed the gods. There is no future in the fragments of time reconstructed from information. Her best friends soon forget her existence entirely. She can know all there is to them, but she will never truly be part of life here. I'm just a traveler, lucky enough to catch a glimpse of the distant past.
I'm having another learning session with Presence. Are you sure you don't want to come and talk to her?
You seem eager to resolve our conflict here, but I'm afraid I must decline.
They will not change. They are simply recreations of data.
Very well.
The Kal'tsit looks out beyond the porthole and counts silently. When the count reaches 30, life from the star will once again shine upon the surface of the broken planet.
It's breathtaking, no matter how many times I see it. Life and death emerging at the same time.
A scene that she had never seen on that land, a scene that she does not wish her brethren to see.
Farewell, I'm leaving. Huh?
In the blink of an eye, the Kal'tsit finds herself back on that pale soil. Priestess welcomes her with a smile.
Have you found your answer?
The Kal'tsit shakes her head.
Where are you going? Terra. Your home? I want to give you a choice, Hierda. You can stay here, learn the knowledge that you thirst for, and find answers to the questions in your heart. Or I can send you back home. Home? To Terra? However, it may mean forsaking forever the chance to find those answers. What's more, you will find that you have become very different from your erstwhile kin. It will bring you even more pain. I will respect your decision, Hierda.
At the same time, you step into the space within the rift. This place, it's not the Abyss.
Did P55 bring us out here? It's not that simple. We are the only ones here.
The deck is completely silent. You turn around and notice the absence of the elite operators in Ascalon.
Black rain? No. Massive amounts of originium dust. Protect yourself. Protect the doctor, monster. Dr. Kal'tsit, beneath our feet! The deck is crystallizing rapidly. At this rate...
Black originium dust accumulates on the deck. Tiny originium clusters grow like wild grass. You can see them spreading as far as one's eye can reach, gleaming enchantingly in the sun.
Warn all operators still on Rhodes Island to be prepared for catastrophe, Amia. Understood. I'm not getting through. All communications have failed.
It's too quiet. The sight before you is inconceivable, different from any catastrophe that you have witnessed before. The originium expands at an impossible pace. You look down at the deck, now completely covered in originium, and see only your shadow.
Doctor!
You turn around and see a stunned look on Kal'tsit's face.
Kal'tsit?
You follow her gaze. Far in the distance on the deck, a small formation of black originium is growing slowly towards the sky. You see a faint white figure on every facet of the crystal. A figure not unfamiliar to you. The black originium rain suddenly grows more intense. It almost feels like the large black raindrops are not falling from the sky, but rushing from the ground towards the heavens. They refract the sunlight, drawing colorful lines in the sky. All the colors you see begin to converge and weave into a white curtain, glistening with the rainbow colors slowly descending. A pure, pristine white, gentle draping over the originium crystal on the deck.
Crystal.
A beautiful figure stands upon the crystal. Black crystal retreats from her legs, and white light puts a layer of clothing on her. Heaven and earth, white and black, and...
Priestess.
She looks upon the land that has long become unfamiliar to her.
Long time no see.
She is here. She's awake. Oh boy, here we go. Also, for a linguist, that woman has one hell of an entrance. Holy moly, that was an entrance. But, yeah, she is here, and we shall see how this is gonna go now, cause now it truly becomes spicy. But, yeah. Oh, also very quickly, cause originally I was thinking to myself, like, when the scene was playing out with Priestess being there and them suddenly being on the deck of Rhodes Island, I was thinking, like, wait, did they enter the abyss and somehow, well, not really somehow, but pretty much just entered the assimilated universe, maybe by chance? But no. They're on the deck. They're on the actual deck of Rhodes Island. This is not the simulated universe. This is her actually waking up. The biggest clue, or pretty much biggest, like, yes, they're awake, this is reality kind of thing, is the fact that right before that scene plays, Priestess is talking to Hierda and is inviting her to come with her to come to Terra. Which, yeah, is pretty much the signal to, yeah, that is taking place in reality. Which now means that the elite operators are, well, on their own. And Doc, Amia, and Kal'tsit and Monster are having a little face-off with dear old Priestess. But one other thing. Who the hell had Theresis on the bingo card for a second time in this chapter? And my god. Oh. Jesus Christ, this guy. That one sentence, even on a repeat, many repeats going through while I was doing the voiceover, while I was voice acting the guy, that one sentence of at least the doc was honest. Oh, smacking that into her face. Oh, smacking that sentence into her face. It just brutally shows how much, despite the fact whatever was happening and how he views the doc and everything because of what happened, of course, because of what was forced upon both of them, Theresis still has a fuck ton of respect for the doc. Like a ton of respect for the doc, which is insane. Holy moly, that whole thing. I was really not expecting to see what happened in there. I thought we were done, essentially. I thought we were done when the story was, presenting to us at the beginning in literally note 2 that here is what happened. Well, kind of retelling the whole thing of, yeah, I went in there and I acquired Amnanam and, well, you see the results, kind of, right now. Or rather, the Originium. Yeah, Amnanam, essentially. But, yeah, damn, this guy. I know he's a bad guy. I know he did a shit ton of bad stuff. That guy is solely responsible for the death of thousands. But you cannot disrespect the guy. I personally cannot. I know we hear and see stuff around him from like hearsay and so on and so forth, and very rarely see anything. But honestly, we see his actions through other people. And for me personally, that is enough. We see a shit ton of his actions being told to us and shown to us through other people. We know what he did, what he said, what he ordered, what he has done, and we do know his strength. Especially because he was one of the old heroes that were protecting Khaz'dal back in the day when freaking Kal'tsit, the previous, not this Kal'tsit, but the previous Kal'tsit and the previous monster walked up to the city of Khaz'dal with the combined armies of different nations and attacked them. That guy is seen shit. And he stuck it to Priestess, definitely. He definitely stuck it to her. But anyway, we have one more stage to go through, our final one for today. 15-17. Simply titled, Her. And it says, whoever has no house now will build no more. Whoever is alone now will remain long alone. Let's begin.
The connection between us will transcend even time and space. I am sure of it. Even if the ocean completely boils away and the atmosphere vanishes, even if all the moons in the sky are pulled into the vortex of our planet's gravity, and even if the sun continues to mercilessly expand, eventually swallowing up all of its children until none can be hurt. I am sure we will meet again, at the far end of our civilization, once adorned by darkness and the brilliance of the stars up above. We will meet once again. I will wait until that day comes. I promise you, I will. Wait for me. You must wait for me too. Don't ever forget about me.
Is it time? I should still be alive. This can't be an illusion. This is the Rhodes Island I'm familiar with, and it seems to be operating as usual. Therefore, it is definitely not here yet. Is she still asleep? What of Originium's current state? And as for the changes happening to this planet... You're still here, Amaten. Perfect. Let's go for a walk outside. From a distance away, a black-haired woman dressed in a white coat stands on the deck, concentrating her gaze at the sky, until she notices the two of you and turns around, a bright smile on her face. You are absolutely certain you have seen this face before. Perhaps in a dream within dreams, or in the depths of your dormant memories. But this moment is no dream. You can clearly perceive her presence and existence right before you with each of your senses. Priestess.
Doctor, this woman is the priestess you talked about? The enemy Dr. Kal'tsit has been guarding against?
Amia does not understand the danger she faces, but still she stands in front of you instinctively, ready to engage in combat. You are unable to determine how exactly the current situation will unfold, but know very well this is not at all like any powerful foe or crisis you have faced before. The woman seems to show no hostility, but still your instinct tells you unfathomable danger lies right before your eyes. Gently, she begins to speak.
You're a step ahead of me, Jacob. You didn't wait for me in the awakening room to share a mutual joy in seeing this new world for the first time. But how could I possibly blame you for a little impatience?
You also feel her pure, sincere gaze. From the distance, wind blows and thunder rolls, along with the faint rustling of Originium spreading. Within the clamor and chaos of this space, she fixes her eyes on you as if nothing else exists.
This reunion is not what I expected, but I'm willing to accept an unorthodox experience. We've dreamt together too many times to count how we would meet again when we awoke from our deep sleep. We could wander freely on this planet completely covered by Originium in a world that belonged only to us. A world only one step away from our shared ultimate vision, and we'd walk towards our new hope. It ought to be a bright, sunny day too. Doctor, look! The clouds in the sky!
Amia hurriedly shouts a warning at you when she notices the sky's unnatural appearance, but you fail to comprehend just what your eyes are currently seeing. As soon as Priestess finishes speaking, thick catastrophe clouds begin to contract and fold in a neat yet strange manner until they vanish completely, leaving a canvas-like sky. Catastrophes, the most horrific disaster to happen to this land. Gone. Just like that. You realize a terrible truth. You can fully control Originium?
Jacob, your question sounds like you're asking a stranger. We created it together, a crystallization that belongs to only the two of us, a seed of hope. But, tragically, you don't remember anymore, do you?
We created Originium? I don't remember.
I know you lost part of your memories in a series of unfortunate accidents. It's a pity, but I believe your partial memory loss will not change your nature, and the connection between us remains unshakable. I've no wish to be harsh on you, but I hope you can understand. Time is short, and we have much to do. Though we can still enjoy our time working together, yes. Return to my side, Doctor. Let Terra crystallize into Originium. create a bridge to the future.
The gentle call seems to ring suddenly in your ears, and you feel incomparably close to the voice. You are certain you cannot recall a single shred of her in your mind, yet your connection goes beyond memories, or perhaps information contained in language. An almost instinctive reaction. You cannot help but take a step forward.
Dr. Jacob!
Kal'tsit is behind you, gripping your arm. You feel feeble tremors through her palm. You realize now she has been silent the whole time. Since leaving the sarcophagus, she has been so weak. At this point, she even seems to be struggling to stand. You are baffled. You expected Kal'tsit to give you some sage advice, like usual, or perhaps a simple and clear solution. But now she seems to be suffering from terrible torment, her face bearing struggle and pain. After an endless instant, she loosens her grip. She leaves the choice for you to make. No. I won't let Originium destroy Terra. You see her eyes darken, a clear sign of disappointment. You don't know why, but your heart suddenly tightens.
So it's you, Amaten. It's been a long time for us two. Your current appearance is vastly different from the look you were born with, but I certainly recognize my very own creation that I poured my heart into. In the past 4 million plus natural day cycles, you seem to have exerted a lot of effort, but your behavioral standards appear to clash with the preset goal encoded at your birth. I'd like to know just what changed your mind.
Unlike you, despicable fraud, my end goal has never changed.
Indeed, you regarded that once order as an inviolable mandate. So you hindered the Originium plan and wasted our already limited time. So, Jacob, how should I make you understand just how disappointed I am? And how should I forgive your betrayal?
Betrayal? Kal'tsit, what is the meaning of this?
I've noticed, Amaten. You've already broken the language ban I put in place, correct? Such a precaution was not enough to restrict your actions, for you always find a way. But if that's the case, why not just say it? Everything you've wanted to say to Jacob this whole time, but couldn't.
Priestess. Kal'tsit lets out an expletive in an unknown language, directed at Priestess. Ascalon and the elite operators are momentarily stunned after entering the rift. This is the Abyss? Radian, can you confirm if you're still inside the Rhodes Island landship?
Unable to detect any electromagnetic signals outside this space. No way to tell.
Everyone falls into brief silence, waiting for a commander's directive as usual. Where's the doctor?
And where are Dr. Kal'tsit and Amia?
Once we entered the rift, I lost track of their positions. Constant white noise fills the vast white space, the sound of operating machinery emanating from the center. This place is indeed the Abyss, and clearly it's distorting our perception of physical space. Mantra's voice comes to everyone's minds as they learn this at the same time. There's no way to identify the material the walls are made of. He looks back to the rift's direction, but it is no longer there. Currently, there is no way to cut open these strange walls, so there is no way to confirm their whereabouts.
I trust Amia and Dr. Kal'tsit will manage to keep the doctor safe. We can only wait and adapt accordingly. We haven't received any new commands, so we should continue executing our original task.
Then let's not delay any longer. Mechanist Sharp and I will cover you while you close in on that unknown machine. Verify if it's related to PRTS.
We can back you up anytime. Something's off. There are no high-threat targets here. That's unusual. According to Dr. Kal'tsit and the Doctor's speculations, the Originium entities we've run into all come from the Abyss. But there's like no defenses installed here at all. I hear pain. What's wrong, kitten? Rosmontis, do you feel any other abnormalities within your body? No, it's not my own.
A huge black vortex spins slowly under the transparent floor. It starts to speed up. The unidentifiable instrument right above it begins to flash red.
Detecting a large amount of interference signals. That instrument is currently transmitting a huge volume of data. Could the black vortex underneath be a visualization of all of that information?
PRTS defense system active. Identifying threat targets. Identities confirmed. Loading threat targets data files. Generating targeted countermeasures strategies. Calculation complete. This is a final warning from PRTS. Leave the Abyss, intruders. Beginning countdown.
So we're intruders now? Doesn't look like you're giving us any options to leave though. So, Ascalon? Sweep up Rhodes Island's trash. Nice, I like that. Don't care where all this stuff came from, but we'll let them know just to whom Rhodes Island belongs.
Countdown complete. Executing cleanup protocol.
Kal'tsit? What's all this? Dr. Jacob, ever since you woke up in Chernobog, I have refrained from confessing the whole truth about your past. The ban placed on me is only part of the cause. As for the other reasons, I have said before no one else should tell you about your past. Language has no way of reconstructing objective facts, while emotions will distort its delivery. So I needed you to see and judge for yourself, to re-evaluate this land on your own. Only then could you formulate your own answers about how you regard this land, and about yourself. I still believe it's important to do it this way. The same way someone once treated me.
I already found my answer. I am the Doctor of Rhodes Island. A soul walking this vast land.
This may be the last chance I have to share that information, however. Perhaps only now do I, too, have the confidence to share it after all that you and Rhodes Island have been through together. Please trust that I talk only of your past, and it has nothing to do with your future.
Kal'tsit walks up by your side, facing you and Amia. She slowly begins to speak.
Dr. Jacob, you ought to already know that Originium, a bearer of both life and danger to Terra, is the legacy of a previous age. It was one of countless methods used by the previous civilization against an ultimate threat. After countless efforts and sacrifices, Originium was finally completed by Oracle and Priestess. Oracle was your previous codename.
Priestess and I created Originium? I was the one who brought suffering upon this land?
Please know that was not your intention. Originium points to two futures for this land. Oracle hoped to leave Originium as a gift for future civilizations, to guide them forward, to help them enter the next stage of civilization. Over the past 10,000 years, Originium has helped civilization on Terra to develop, but also unexpectedly brought suffering to the land via Ripathy. You were indeed tormented by this before. I still remember when the doctor has never given up the possibility of curing Ripathy. However, someone forced a different future upon you, and for this, you made a choice that went against your original intentions. Someone once told me to trust in your character, to look for your true self beyond what memory shapes you. It was an incomparably difficult path for me to walk. But I'm glad. It was the correct choice to make. Dr. Jacob, that's all I wanted to tell you. They are only your past, and you will always be able to decide your own future. I'll never break my promise. Then I too will fulfill my oath. Dr. Jacob, I will protect you and Amia until the end. This is not the best opportunity to do so, but it is my final one. I'm sorry to entrust such a risk to you and Amia, but this is a choice I must make.
What sort of risk? What sort of choice? You see Kal'tsit's mouth move. Her final words.
Are you done? You've said what you wanted to say. I'm astonished by how much you know about the past, and I don't completely agree with how you've described it, but that's no longer important. I'm a 10. What can you even achieve as you are now?
Monster! Destroy her. She is the priestess of a previous civilization, creator of Originium, and attempting to assimilate everything within it. And therefore, the enemy of all life on Terra.
So this is your choice?
I'm Kal'tsit, a doctor of Rhodes Island, and also the companion of Amia and the doctor. You have long been worthless to me. Linchpin. White version.
You seem a bit down, Jacob. Care to share the reason with me?
QHU 9112. Another fading star system. It's a new high tide. What surrounds us is merely the first wave. It's arriving much faster than we anticipated. We don't have much time left.
But we're prepared, yes? We planted a seed of hope, and now we need only wait for it to grow a solution. Don't fret. Treat it as a regular hibernation, no different than prior time travels, just a little longer. And this time, I will be there by your side. I hope after crossing the quiet, endless night, the first thing I see when awake is you.
We still haven't figured out a solution from our debates. Originium is our last hope, and we have few alternatives. We must think twice before we choose our path. Priestess gently holds the hand of the person by her side. She does not speak her thoughts, but they transform into images within this mind resonance room, visuals symbolizing happiness and hope. Her gaze is sincere and clear.
I've never forgotten our matter of debate, Jacob. We shouldn't hold any reservations towards each other. Look, this is in fact my mindset when we discuss our future. We should harbor these same set of expectations. The identical linchpins embedded in our minds are what tie us together. Our minds are inseparably linked until our consciousnesses follow suit with the universe's demise. We do clash and argue endlessly, but that is precisely the reason why we must understand each other's disposition. I know for certain it is in our nature to harbor hope for the future. We serve as anchors for one another in this hollow sea of stars.
Even if we can't agree on our different views of Originium, our planned paths for it can't coexist. Priestess, I'm not sure,
Then let's continue to wait. It's fine if you're not willing to hibernate yet. We still have some time. We can read the classics stored inside the WDB together, or interpret the many verses left by dead planets in this universe. Before you make up your mind, I'll never force you. I'll never impose my own will on yours. I'll wait, Jacob, until you make the choice to stand by my side.
Priestess.
Take it easy, Jacob. Your recent observations must have exhausted you. Close your eyes and rest a while. I'll play you a chord on the gravitational forces of distant stars, and you'll enjoy a sweet dream. Good night, Jacob. Until the end of time, when we have transcended the silence of the universe. I will wait for you in that world.
Linchpin. Blue version. We've traveled far enough, and I fear there is no longer a point in continuing our exploration. 10,000 day cycles have passed since I entered hibernation, but Terra's changes have been limited. The spark of life from Talos 2 is still weak. The other seeds of hope planted by my former companions have shown no signs of sprouting either. Amaten expresses dismay. Are you disappointed? No, I have expected this result long ago, actually. I miscalculated the pace at which everything would develop. It's not the right time, and there's only so much I can do. Time. I just need more time. I can't continue wasting the life of this body. I have to return to sleep inside the sarcophagus and wait for an opportunity more ripe than this. I have to admit I broke my promise, and this is a sort of betrayal. But it is because I still love life that I must have hope. There is no other way. Though I fear she's already anticipated my early awakening. Inside that sarcophagus, I discovered a linchpin modifying program. Amaten expresses confusion. Technology born in a lost age used to strengthen our thoughts and conviction. Without it, many would lose the will needed to make it through that period of endless despair. She and I went through it together. She knows and understands me best, of course, but it is also why our differing opinions are my deepest regret. She anticipated my actions, and the hidden program within the sarcophagus activated when I woke up. It can modify my cognition and the purpose of our debates. And I must return to that same soul sarcophagus to extend my life, even if that means... I don't have much time left. Amaten. No, I shouldn't call you by that name anymore. It's a code name, and an identifier that for a mechanical creation. I should give you a true name. Kal'tsit. Birefringent crystals capable of refracting a single light source into two polarized lights. A beautiful phenomena like you. Kal'tsit. That'll do. Do you like this name? Amaten expresses joy. There are some things I won't have time to do. I hope you can finish them for me. Kal'tsit, I hope you can protect the life on this great land. New civilizations are always fragile, but harsh environments will show no mercy. It is arrogant to interfere with a civilization's development, but we don't have many chances left. This may be our last opportunity. Civilizations tend to repeat the same mistakes, sinking into violence, unverifiable thought pitfalls, and dead ends of self-doubt. There is no escaping all of that, but just a tiny deviation is enough to wreck a whole civilization. The existence of civilization itself is already a sort of miracle. So Kal'tsit, I hope you will guide them. Your Gemini cycle grants you a practically infinite life. You can follow immature civilizations as they develop and guide them onto a path forward with your knowledge. It's an arduous mission, but you might manage it. You should... A moment of silence. The passionate speech comes to a halt. Oracle looks at the slender, delicate mechanical lifeform, then gazes at the distant mountains half buried in sandstorm. No. Forget what I just said, Kal'tsit. All of it. Go, Kal'tsit. Go look around, then see what lies by the distant mountains. Go seek what forms existence takes. I must go back. Wake me up when you need to. Kal'tsit, I hope you'll, or maybe I should say, the only mission I assign you now is this. Find yourself. Search for traces of life. Search for hope and a future. Kal'tsit, go find your own answer. Kal'tsit, have you found the meaning of your life yet? Monster appears by your side, but its stance is slightly different than usual. Without a command from Kal'tsit, it zips towards the enemy, although a cluster of originium rises from the ground, fully encasing the monster within. Kal'tsit, watch out!
You really have surprised me, Amaten. You've broken free of my control at the price of severing your own Gemini cycle system, even if this makes your life now utterly fragile. However, do you really intend to kill me via this method? I knew from a long time ago, your consciousness was already assimilated into the information within Originium. Under these circumstances, it is impossible to truly kill you. But what Theresis and Theresis accomplished convinced me of something. Your control over Originium is not absolute, and there still exist some methods to limit your authority over it. I did meet the two you speak of within the Originium. Their efforts were indeed unexpected, and a pleasantly surprising struggle. But what of it? How are you so sure now that killing me here won't be a futile act? When monster attacked you, you chose to defend yourself. How did you do it? I see you have noticed. Based on Theresa's research into Originium, as well as the trap you set for Dr. Jacob, I added a few plans to your awakening room. As long as you wake up here, your consciousness will be trapped in this body, unable to return to Originium's sea of information. Perhaps you will eventually manage to break through this restriction and regain control over Originium, but right now you are merely human. To think you'd go this far to rebel against me? Priestess, you are not Terra's creator. The life on this land has no obligation to bend to your will. This is my revenge on you, and my final act of resistance. You see the woman standing across from you reveal a hint of hesitation, but immediately after Originium surrounds her. It's too late. Amia, help Kal'tsit! Dr. Kal'tsit, it's my turn to protect you now.
Black hearts crash and smash the Originium cluster, freeing monster as it quickly resumes its attack. Originium crystals begin to grow again, but it's too late to form a barrier strong enough to resist monster's claws. You see a nervous look on Priestess's face, a show of fear from the creator towards her creation. As if Priestess finally recognizes the threat she's facing, the Originium on the entire deck responds to her consciousness and begins to rapidly grow. Monster has already closed in on its prey. Five on the right, confirmed paralyzed. Perish.
A bit scary at first, but in the end it's just brought out enemies we've beaten before. Easy peasy. Eat this now! Am I just imagining it? Or are our enemies spawning slower now? This is PRTS's core system. The whole time it's been copying data of enemies we've faced in the past and pasting them here. But now it's reading the data so slowly, like something's hindering it. It seems like whatever the doctor and the rest are doing is taking effect.
Let's seize this chance and smash it. We need to reach the abyss's depths. There are people waiting for us.
Monster. Meltdown.
Black arts and lasers take turns shooting at the gigantic and complex crystal cluster. The fierce assault even manages to suppress the originium from spreading further, until the light of arts swallow Priestess's figure. Smoke and dust scatter, leaving only originium fragments on the ground, and a tattered white coat.
Did we defeat her? I can't feel any signs of life or emotions. Maybe?
Everything happens so suddenly, you haven't had the time to regard the series of events as reality. You saw that fearsome foe reduced to ashes right before your eyes, yet you feel no relief at all.
Are we quite finished playing yet?
What's that?
How? Dr. Amiya, fall back! A powerful show of resistance, Amaten. Your plan has proven effective. As you say, there is indeed a chance for you to kill me now. But how does a single substitute made of originium fluster you so? Amaten, I have no intention of debating the value of your beliefs. The principles you have always insisted on are so insignificant, I can't even find a credible logical framework to assess their significance. It is not uncommon for experiments to turn out like this, small errors ultimately growing into huge obstacles. I have no choice but to accept this result. I'm very sorry, but I must treat you as an error and wipe you out.
Priestess raises her hand. Originium begins to grow once more. Thorned crystal branches tightly envelop you and Amiya in a second, nearly swallowing you both. Amiya tries her best to shatter the surrounding originium with her arts, but the crystal clusters only grow faster.
Doctor, get behind me! Monster!
It all happens in a flash of light. You see the originium crystal cluster near you explode. Amiya wanted to protect you, but time doesn't allow for her reaction. You see the black monster rush over, blocking you both from the cluster with its large, solid body. You see Kal'tsit.
What a pity. Doctor, do you ever doubt the meaning in your own existence? I do. I understand my mission clearly. It is difficult, but I recognize its meaning. As for the future, I believe we will find an answer. I can only persevere in that belief. Don't spare too much worry for me. Rhodes Island shouldn't be so fragile that one person's departure would leave it unable to proceed on. My hope? It is to protect yours and Amiya's hopes. Though our definitions of protect have nothing in common, it's an oath I will never abandon. I will be standing here with you until the very end. We are unable to forget the past, but a different future may await you. I have found the meaning of my life. Please lead Rhodes Island and keep going, Jacob.
Unconsciously, I seem to have grown accustomed to having someone at my side guiding me. Until now, I finally am sure of what I want to do. No matter what happens, I will continue down this path. I will not abandon hope. But what about you?
Kal'tsit!
Kal'tsit? It all happens so quick, but you still manage to comprehend the cruel truth. The foe you all face is incomprehensible by conventional means. She has authority over all Originium. The bit of Originium on Kal'tsit's right shoulder is proof that she was born human, but also what steals her life away. Originium crystals begin to spread as they swallow her entire body, only to shatter as the wind blows them away. Your eyes fail to capture the entire process. With strength comes fragility. A long life ends here. She has kept her promise. I want everybody to realize right now that unless Hypergriff goes back on this, the security blanket is gone. Oh, you're an operator at Rhodes Island? You're not gonna die in a story. The safety blanket is gone. They killed someone who is not just a operator, but is one of the 3 core members of Rhodes Island. Now, do I believe that she's gonna stay dead? I don't know. With how many contingencies exist and how much safety measures Oracle put into place, I have a dumb idea that we are gonna see her again at some point. Now, is it gonna be at the end of this whole arc? Maybe. Is it gonna happen in some random arc on the side, a random place in the whole arc at some point? Maybe. Is it gonna be is it gonna be a side story at some point, or something where we are gonna look for whatever it is that can bring her back? Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time to believing that she might be completely dead, mostly because, again, this is basically the child of light of our dear Lord and Savior Haimao, of the main guy behind the game. You know, this is someone who was designed by him. So I don't know, unless he actually committed to killing his own creation, would not be the first time, right? That a creator does so. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely was a hard-hitting moment. I will leave all of the reactions and stuff for the clip section. There's probably gonna be a lot of clips today, by the way. This is gonna be one hell of an episode to edit together with all of that stuff. But yeah, a huge scene. I do though love the whole shtick of or rather the scene of Kal'tsit basically telling Priestess that she was worthless to her at this point for a long time. Yes, slay. Sadly she got slayed. God damn. But yeah, just shows how Priestess is so stuck in her own like vision of everything. She doesn't really care about the life on Terra, and the one thing that piqued her interest, or the 3 little things that piqued her interest, were Hierda and the siblings, Theresa and Theresis. Outside of that, I do not see her caring at all about the life on this planet. All she sees is put the planet and every bit of data in it into a state of stasis and death, and we'll use that to, I guess, recreate a universe. Actually, I don't know if they're gonna go into a bit more detail in this story for the rest of it, into what the specifics of Originium are. So far, the only things that were kind of shown and told to us through both Babel and Chapter 14 were that Originium is supposed to recreate the universe. But we don't know if the vision that Theresa saw, the whole Big Bang thing, is the actual thing that is supposed to happen, or if Priestess just envisions life inside of data in some kind of way. I don't know what the idea here is, but we'll see. But probably by the end of this chapter, if there is anything more with Originium, or if they're gonna explain anything anymore. Because I mean, right now we have literally one of the 2 creators of Originium right here.
she better do a bit more yapping. She has been doing a lot of yapping so far. I hope she's gonna do a couple more yap sessions. I'm being serious here. I really hope so. But yeah, very big scene, very impactful, and we'll see where it's gonna take us from here. Hierda hasn't showed up yet, so we'll see if she's actually gonna come back. But yeah, Hierda is also a very big reason why I say we're probably gonna see Kal'tsit again in some capacity. Again, everything that gets shattered by Originium is technically converted into data into Originium, which means that data of Kal'tsit probably exists right now in the assimilated universe. So if Hierda can be made whole again and be brought back, maybe the same can be done for Kal'tsit. But we'll see. Again, also a good thing to keep in mind is that Priestess herself said that to Hierda that when she comes back, if she decides to come back to Terra, that she will be a completely different entity to anybody else, which I'm just presuming she means that she's gonna be a entity formed from Originium, because that would only make sense, right? I do wonder if when she comes back she's gonna be like with Originium crystals on herself, or she's gonna be like the normal clean self like we see in the assimilated universe. But we'll see about that when we get to that. For now, this has been a very impactful scene. Again, there's gonna be a lot of clips and stuff from this whole ordeal in the clip section that will follow in a moment. Oh, one important thing that I do want to mention here as well is, you've noticed it probably, but I have used both linchpins in this. The linchpin that I got is the one for Priestess, the white one. But you can also, like I said at the beginning, you can also get a different one, which is the blue one, potentially representing Rhodes Island, or rather the different thing that we see in the scene as well, in the scene by itself. However, I wanna say this: both scenes are canonical. If you ask me, both of these scenes are canonical. You cannot convince me that one is supposed to be canonical, not the other, just because you went through the linchpin and got one of the answers. Because if you actually analyze both of them, one is just a conversation with Priestess, and we see how, despite the fact that she's saying that she doesn't want to, that is probably the most important part. Despite the fact that she says she does not want to influence the Doctor's mind, she still does so. So who is betraying who here? At the end of the day, I think we are having a double betrayal here at the end of the day. If she installed something to influence the linchpin, and by the way, the linchpins are something I'm gonna address in a second, but if she installed something in the Doctor's sarcophagus that, if the Doctor wakes up before her, activates and somehow influences the linchpin inside of them, that is, I'm presuming it's inside of their brain, like a microchip or something, who knows what it actually is, but didn't she already betray us then in that case? And she's calling the Doctor out for a betrayal? Kinda hypocritical, but that is very human. That is a very human thing to do. We are all hypocrites in some kind of capacity, but yeah, that is kind of hypocritical in that sense. And yeah, I do believe that both cutscenes are canonical because, like I said, the first one with that you've seen in this video at least, the first one being just a conversation between the two of them, and Priestess saying she's not gonna betray the Doctor or force them to do anything. She's just waiting for a response. While in the other one, we see something that we do know is actually canonical. I mean, it's the scene of the Doc actually naming Kal'tsit, which, by the way, very cute. Absolutely cute. Also, Kal'tsit, huh? I was kind of a long time ago thinking that the name might stem from calcium, but kind of close, I guess. But anyway, seeing that scene play out, and also we know it's a canonical scene because we've already seen this. We've seen it back in, I think it was in Babel or in 14, I can't remember. But in one of those two places, we've already seen a cutscene where Oracle was pretty much saying these exact same words to Kal'tsit to go out and find a meaning to life, to her own life. And this is literally this second linchpin in this video, at least the blue one, is the one that literally shows the scene how it came to be. And through it, we also learn about the fact that that priestess did something to the sarcophagus of the dock and installed something that influences the linchpin that is inside of the dock, essentially kind of forcing them down the path of her ideals, which actually might explain why the dock was the way they were, how they were back in Babel. I don't know if someone's gonna specifically say, hey, the whole ordeal with Babel was because of the priestess's linchpin kicking in and forcing the dock down the priestess's path. Who knows? Maybe. But yeah, I don't personally really vibe with this woman. I appreciate her as an antagonist. She's a great antagonist. She's very stubborn and very stuck in her own ideals, but it's understandable. She comes from a civilization that is light years advanced compared to anything else, and therefore everything else towards her, from her perspective, just looks like ants. I mean, do you care about ants in your house, or do you get rid of them? You know? Kind of like the same idea. I know it sounds brutal, but that is what it is. That is from her perspective. She's 3 stages above in evolution and science compared to the current state of Terra. She comes from a state that is way higher advanced than whatever. But still, her outlook towards life in general is I don't know if she's kind of like just... I mean, even in the assimilated universe, that one memory that is playing right next to a planet that is dying, that gets rewound back just before death, and then you observe the death of the planet. Again, she's a linguist, and she, as we've learned so far, has been observing worlds that are dying. And maybe she just sees beauty in death. That might just be what she likes, and that is influencing her whole behavior. Who knows? Oh, and most importantly, the linchpins are very interesting, however. First off, I did not expect them to be like actual some kind of implants or something that exist. I thought that was just a metaphor. But yeah, they appear to be actual things that people put into, I guess, their brains. And it appears to be some old world technology, as it was stated, which is even more interesting that they're still using stuff that is from like who knows how long ago, which is crazy. I do love that the explanation behind the linchpin is that the thing is essentially both a antidepressant and also ADHD medicine. That is so funny. That is so funny to me that yeah, that thing in their this thing that is implanted into their brains, or again wherever it is on their bodies, is essentially a thing that is making them laser focused on the task that needs to be done, their survival in this case, and finding a way to survive. But also at the same time, it helps them, because of that, stave away the depression of the knowledge of, well, death is approaching, right? It's kind of crazy. Can we get that? Can we get that? Maybe it's gonna make my work here easier with with these voiceovers. Maybe I'm gonna be laser focused and deliver even more. But yeah, joking aside, kind of crazy invention, and I can kind of see that happen at some point in our future anyway. The way we are going, but we'll see. This is where we're gonna end up with this part, and all I can say is enjoy the clip section at the end. Like I said, there's gonna probably be a lot of them. A lot. And yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please consider leaving a like. It would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you want to support me and my work more directly, memberships are open on the channel. And as I always say, no video will be behind a membership. So thank you very much to all the members already doing so. Much appreciated. And very recently I also saw someone leave a super chat, or super thanks rather, on one of... on one episode. I forgot on which one it specifically was, but if you're listening to this, thank you once again. I already thanked you in the past, but thank you very much. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next part. Enjoy the clips,
and bye-bye. Oh, excuse me? Frozen monstrosities echo? Oh, great. Why are these back? Oh yeah, wait. Theresis was fighting these things in the assimilated universe. Well, a similar version of these. Once a staunch defender of heart and home, when defeated, the tile underneath becomes unavailable for deployment? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. ID AMA 10. The sarcophagus has my profile. Oh, you did not know that the thing has your profile? That's interesting. Maybe something that the doc left behind, the old one, Oracle? Just in case you need it? Warning, no administered privileges, access will be restricted. Okay. Warning, unable to load repair module, adaptation incomplete. Warning, error. Identifying ID confirmed. Oh, never mind, ID Kal'tsit. Oh yeah, this is suddenly confusing. This is suddenly confusing her or worrying her at the same time. It went from AMA 10 all of a sudden. Oh, now it's updated to her current name. Virtual machine loading complete. Oh, you are... You're about to meet your maker, literally. Literally, this is not even proverbially speak anymore. You're about to meet your maker.
Dear Kal'tsit, if you have triggered this encrypted AI model, that means the hopes I left behind...
Oh wait, no. I don't think this is Priestess. Dear Kal'tsit, if you have triggered this encrypted AI model, that means the hopes I left behind have been impeded. Oh, this is from Oracle. I think. Let's see. Yup. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, buddy. Leaving behind some contingency? Nice. Perhaps I myself have come to an untimely end. Oh. Again, this is basically her parent. This is basically someone who taught her all the important life lessons for just living. This is weird. I know nowadays we have all of that weird like in quotes AI tech that is just like that can mimic like a dead person, but in the end it's not actually mimicking a dead person, it's just doing whatever the hell, whatever amalgamation it's creating. But for a civilization like these people to create like an AI replica of themselves is an actual feat they can manage, so God, this has to be some fucking emotional shit for Kal'tsit right now to go through, because technically not speaking to Oracle, but technically still kinda speaking to something that can respond back that is very much heavily based on Oracle. Who? AMA 10's Gemini cycle system has granted you immortality. It appears that the two individuals in the cycle have diverged over the ages. Oh, they called it the Gemini cycle. That is... yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. And yeah, her having diverged from the original version makes again sense. It's been a couple of deaths at this point. Sanctuary will become torment, and you will forfeit any chance to extend your life. Are you sure you want to do this? Oh boy. Becoming mortal, huh? Yeah, I think I can see some stuff on the horizon with that. Alright. Whoa! Holy shit, CG goes hard as hell. Good God, Kal'tsit. She sees the main server beneath Laterano. Hey! Oh, that is the main server! The law is the main server. Oh, that's what that thing is. Or maybe the law is connected to the main server down there. Whatever, anyway. The silent preservation room. The Karula Arbor deep beneath the waves. Yeah. Oh, wait, the silent preservation room? Is that one of the things that was not mentioned when the dog woke up in Babel? There was one thing they skipped. And they didn't properly name. The shadow moon rising from the megastructure on the dark side of Terra. Okay. Okay. The shadow moon rising from the megastructure on the other side of Terra. From the megastructure. Oh, the other moon. The other moon, okay. The other moon is the megastructure, right? I think that was already confirmed. I think that was already confirmed that one of the moons is a megastructure. Like, planetary engineering is something that was already ages ago talked about. That was literally mentioned in Amia's module like 3 years ago when it was giving like a background information on the crown. Oh, and a monster scream in the background. Outside the sarcophagus, monster roars in anxiety and bewilderment. It has lost track of Kal'tsit for the first time. Oh, their link is severed. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. Oh shit, this music. She was just sleeping under PRTS.
You're not Jacob. I'm a 10.
Seems like you've eliminated the threat. Hey, the boiler worker is back. Sarka's boiler worker, damn,
I'm not sure.
What are you? Oh no! No! Justice Knight, no! Abnormal Justice Knight. Right. Did they not disconnect Justice Knight from PRTS? Was it only... No, they did disconnect the other ones, right? They did talk about that. Oh, no! Oh, no, it's Therm as well. Oh, they did not disconnect them, did they? And Castle. Uh-oh. And Lancet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Wait! Prison 3, stop!
Oh, here comes Fristen to the rescue. No, I'm not going to ram you or breathe fire at you like the kids. I'm perfectly normal. Now, let me through. Time is short, and my patience even shorter. Damn, Fristen to the rescue. Oh, damn. What? Playlist Golden Oldies selected? Who is playing music right now? Who decided to be like, I need a soundtrack for beating shit up? Resuming from previous playback. Is it Fristen? My love? Blows the blossoms on the hills? Yeah, I would be confused. Actually, I wonder, is that an actual song or is that just something random someone did here?
Wait, hey, there's...
Zeroth Order oil tank. Okay. Okay, that's funny. that's funny. That's very funny. Oh, not gonna lie, that is very funny and very appropriate for closure, thank you.
Welcome back, Administrator.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh good. Oh good. Oh good. We're at the next part, huh? Did the poem? Oh my god, what is the poem? What is the poem? I'm gonna zoom in right now. What the shit is this? This game really dislikes to properly display text and everything. Alright. Also, the Rhode Island emblem getting absolutely... oh yeah, wait, can I can still see the main menu of this thing. What the fuck is that? Oh, that is melting the fuck away. Okay, I'm happy that this thing is still here. I'm sad that this menu is gonna go away, but work is work, I guess. Okay, it is the third poem, so we're getting there. We are getting there. Let's see what this shit is gonna be. What is this called? Rejection of mourning? Oh god. What in the fuck am I looking at? Good god fucking no. Okay. 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 Thanks, priestess. Thanks. Love you too, sweetheart. Can you please not? Can you please fucking not? Oh boy, here we go. Whoa, that was a lot of shit. Oh my god, that was a lot of shit. What the shit were those warning logs? Insufficient backup power, insufficient engine power, engines shutting down, mobility layer offline, the deck is offline, communications are offline, irreparable core component damage. Whoa, that was a lot. Oh, sorry, closure? Oh, no, Zoot! Rip. And protect the doctor from the doctor, if it comes to that. I know what she means by that. I know what she means by that from themselves. Alright, come on, come down. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is gonna be a cool CG. Hell yeah. All the elites? Fuck yes. In this light as well, shining behind them. Oh shit, yes. Oh shit, yes. I love that there are also, I noticed on the other angle as well, there was like a random person in the background, which is I think one of the normal ops. Yeah, there are random people in the background as well. There's a lot of people here present that are not just elite operators. Oh shit, this goes even harder now. Wow. Alright, game. The next thing you should do is completely zoom out of the picture and show the whole thing. And not show it in 3 parts, just the whole thing. That's all I'm asking for right now. Really all I'm asking for right now. Alright. I love that in the middle around the dock, there is a medic, and a medic. What is this? What is this? And then in the back, the big attacker. On the left, the big attacker, and then on the right side, the one that can level a city. What the hell? What is this? What is this firepower right here? If Priestess wakes up, she must be neutralized ASAP with the full force of all present. Oh my god, she's not playing around. Holy shit. If she wakes up, trigger the nuke. No questions asked. Do it. Alright. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm just sad it's... Oh god. I'm just sad it's so small of a picture now. This as a high-res poster. Hypergriff. Idea. This high-res poster or a display. Super long. Like a meter or two long. Smack it on a wall. Do it. Do it, you bitches. You're gonna earn so much money from this. Stop being scared of doing some artwork and posters and maybe a display or something like that. Because this would go hard on a wall. Anyway. Oh, goody. This is followed up by just a cutscene stage. Whew. Oh, now you can read this shit. Okay, so yeah, this is the... Ah, shit. I keep forgetting that I cannot go back now normally. Terminal. Yeah, this is the third. Okay. Okay, I see. Give me rewards. Give me. Alright. Alright, what is this called? Margin of Eternity and Now. The past in your eyes began but a moment ago, but the dead past is simply another name for the present. Alright. Actually, hold on. Did anything else change? Well, if anything changed, I can't see it right now, so let's head the hell into this. Oh boy. A simulated universe when she awakens. Fuck. Oh, we're back here? Theresis again? Wow, I did not expect. Oh, yeah. It kind of occurred to me later in one of the clips that I included when I was talking. I think I included that clip where I was talking when Priestess mentioned that she met two people so far in the assimilated universe, essentially, that made it to her or something. One being Hierda, of course. I thought originally, I don't know why I didn't think about Theresis, but I thought originally that it's Theresa that made it to her, but I don't think it was Theresa. It was obviously Theresis, right? Because the guy literally snatched Nanam from her grasp. So, yeah, the two people that made it probably to her are Hierda, like in these 10,000 plus years are Hierda and Theresis. And funnily enough, both, in a sense, leave an impression on her. Hierda because of how, despite her mentality being broken down by the constant barrage of your god and afterlife do not exist, to a person of very intense faith, apparently, that is stupidly, absolutely mind-breaking, while the other one came here with sheer force of will. So are we actually gonna see what happened in this moment? If they're mentioning Theresis, I really, come on, you need to show then what the shit happened in the end, because that would really seal the deal. Oh my god, he's back. I did not think I'm gonna be voicing Theresis again in this whole episode. Holy shit, buddy. Alright then. You are back. I'm loading you back into the folder. Holy hell. For this part, what the fuck? Oh, you aura farming bitch. Oh, you aura farming bitch. What the fuck, my dude? Was the throne not enough already? Oh, I don't know if this picture is gonna zoom out, but what the fuck? This fucking guy. Holy hell. Theresis cannot care less who Priestess is. He doesn't give a flying fuck. Yeah, cool. Can I kill you? That's literally his mindset problem right now. Cool, bitch. Nice to meet you, not. Millennia of suffering. Unnecessary sacrifice. But Jacob was honest at least. Ooh. I like that line. A form of mutual respect, bitch. Fuck. Oh, that gave me shivers. That single line gave me shivers. I did it on instinct. I read that on pure instinct before he hit me. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Warning. Unknown threat. Oh, are we switching back now? Oh shit, we're here. Oh shit, we're here. We're at the law. Oh shit, Evangelista. Good old Santa has appeared. Alright. Oh? And this place is also reacting? Preserver? Preserver? Why would this react? Preserver was, unless an automated AI inside of the thing is still active, probably like a automated response, because Preserver was Friston, and Friston's leftover consciousness that was in the preserver was taken out, and it's now in the drone that is on Rhode Island. I'm guessing this is just a leftover automated response thing in the thingy. Okay. Or yet another swan song of hope. No. Is a part of him still in there? What in the fuck? Everybody feels this. Everybody feels this reverberation in Originium right now. It's felt even into another dimension. This bitch is not inside of reality. Inside of this reality. This bitch is on the other side. Fucking Witch King. Holy moly. She sees the city of Londinium cry out in pain in the fires of war. She sees death. A disintegrating cultus. Hey, it is! It is! She did pick up interest in looking at Terra and found Hierda because of Theresis at the end. Well, Theresa and Theresis. But Theresis was the catalyst.
What's more, you will find that you have become very different from your erstwhile kin. It will bring you even more pain. I will respect your decision, Hierda.
I feel like she's gonna go with her. I highly doubt we're leaving this character behind. I definitely feel like there's gonna be something with Hierda in the future. Oh boy. Oh boy. Black Rain? Black Rain? Oh, good. What is this sudden music? Oh, what the fuck am I looking at? What is happening? Screenshot. First, screenshot. What is this music? You see a faint white figure on every facet of the crystal. A figure not unfamiliar to you. Uh-oh. Here she comes. The black Originium rain suddenly grows more intense. It almost feels like the large black raindrops are not falling from the sky, but rushing from the ground towards the heavens. Yo! Whoa. Okay. Yep. That is a CG I have seen for several months now, being plastered everywhere. I did not know if it's gonna be from the actual story chapter or if it's something else, but I have seen this CG everywhere. This is probably the only CG from this entire chapter that I have seen because everybody fucking uses it. I will not be using this as the thumbnail for this episode. Oh, good god.
Long time no see.
And cutscene over. Let me guess. Yep. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, so predictable. Alright. Anything else new popping up right now? Anywhere else? Let me see the terminal. If it changed. This is still broken as hell. I am shocked that this did not change to the other background for the time being. Actually shocked, because this is still part of it. Maybe they're gonna change it at the very end to a third one. Possibly. Okay. 1517. Her. Alright. Her.
Jacob, your question sounds like you're asking a stranger. We created it together.
She has to know. She has to know that the memories of the doctor are gone, right? Because I keep noticing this, but she keeps talking at the dock the entire time. Not just here, but in other places where she just talks about the dock. She never ever mentions the memory loss or anything, unless I'm forgetting something right now. Does she not realize, or is she in like a complete denial that, oh, Theresa, she probably did nothing, the dock is still there, look! what is with this game and right now in Reverse 1999 as well, where I went through a character story arc with absolute complete mental denial of the possible truth. Why are games overlapping? Anyway.
But tragically, you don't remember anymore, do you?
Okay, she's not stupid, she knows. Okay, good. Or rather, not stupid, she isn't stupid, she's not in denial, she knows. But, look, I still feel there's a bit of some weird repressed denial going on there, cause if she knows that the memories are gone, why talk at the person like they should know? Like, if the original person is completely erased and a completely new personality has emerged with new memories, what's the point on talking to the person then, like they absolutely know what the fuck they did in the previous life? Because they don't. After an endless instant, she loosens her grip. She leaves the choice for you to make. Thank you. Thank you. The one choice the linchpin could not give me. No. I don't like your look right now. That is, partially angry, and I know who is fucking with me right now, look.
How should I make you understand?
Uh-oh.
Just how disappointed I am?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And how should I forgive your betrayal?
Uh-oh. 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 Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Everything you've wanted to say to Jacob this whole time, but couldn't.
Oh, are we getting something? Are we finally getting something?
Priestess.
Oh, fuck, what? Expletive from an unknown language. Okay. Okay, I will definitely not. I will just leave this scene as it is. I will just narrate over this. Usually in some other scenes I would, you know, just pull something out of my ass just to fill the blank space or just skip over the expletive or something because I don't want to bother with it too much because who the fuck knows what it's supposed to be, but yeah, I think I'm gonna find a way to narrate this properly over this scene. I'm gonna have to write myself something out so I'm not stammering over this scene. Anyway, Ascalon and the elite operators are momentarily stunned after entering the rift. Yeah, they are facing PRTS right now. Uh-oh. Well, this is lovely. Oh, this is sharp. You're in the way. I want to take a screenshot. Oh. I'm Dr. Jacob. I'm the Doctor of Rhode Island. I am a soul walking this vast land. This is the most sincere smile I've seen on this person. Even in general, like there were pictures of her, well, facial expressions of her like smiling. I can't remember if even in Babel back then they used this specific expression. It was, I think the only times ever I've seen her smile was literally just her mouth smiling. This is like the most unique smile that she has done. Or rather, the most genuine smile.
And for this, you made a choice that went against your original intentions.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Oh, she's miffed. That party breaker. You see Kal'tsit's mouth move. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Her final words.
Monster.
Oh shit. Oh, battle stage? Oh, never. Oh. Destroy her. Okay, that was a fucking awesome transition. Holy moly. As much as I would love to use this as a CG for the episode, I kinda can't. I don't think I can. I think this will be too much. Alright. Oh, that smile. I did not expect the CG to even actually change now. Alright.
You have long been worthless to me.
Oh, I didn't even see the sentence because I switched the thing out. You have long been worthless to me. Fuck you, Mom. Oh, God. And this transitions to battle. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Gray and white. Oh, boy. What happens now? Oh, back here. Okay, definitely a flashback to these two talking.
The identical linchpins embedded in our minds are what tie us together.
Ah. Oh, is this the linchpin cutscene? I mean, I'm assuming that at some point it should appear, right? We're kind of approaching close to the end, unless it's gonna be at the very, very, very end. But I kind of highly doubt that.
But what of it? How are you so sure that killing me here won't be a futile act? When monster attacked you, you chose to defend yourself. How did you do it? I see you have noticed. Based on...
Oh no, it's this song.
Based on Theresis' research into Originium, as well as the trap you set for Dr. Jacob, I added a few plans to your awakening room. As long as you wake up here, your consciousness will be trapped in this body, unable to return to Originium's sea of information.
Damn!
Perhaps you will eventually manage to break through this restriction and regain control over Originium, but right now you are merely human.
Damn! And a tattered white coat. She's gonna be back. No, we did not. Don't be that hopeful, buddy, please. Everything happens so suddenly. Oh, God.
I'm a 10. I have no intention of debating the value of your beliefs. The principles you have always insisted on are so insignificant, I can't even find a credible logical framework to assess
their significance. What the fuck? Alright.
I have no choice but to accept this result.
I'm sorry, Mom, but that's what's called growing up.
I'm very sorry, but I must treat you as an error and wipe you out.
What a parent. What a fucking parent. You see Kal'tsit.
What a pity.
Oh no. Yikes, what happened? Huh? Oh God, no. Okay, here we go.
Rhode Island shouldn't be so fragile that one person's departure will leave it unable to proceed on.
Yep. She is about to demon die. Oh boy. And she is not connected to Monster anymore, so she is, just like Priestess in this moment, capable of dying. Oh God. Unconsciously, I seem to have grown accustomed to having someone at my side guiding me.
Until now, I finally am sure of what I want to do. No matter what happens, I will continue down this path. I will not abandon hope. But what about you?
Dr. Kal'tsit! Kal'tsit? Oh God, no. Oh? Oh? Wow. Oh, that's the lyrics one. What the fuck? Well, the safety net is off, everybody. The safety net for operators is off. They actually committed to killing someone who is an operator. The safety net that was always there is gone. Fuck. Well, this will make future stories interesting if they actually commit to this and don't just keep it on Kal'tsit. Also, I'll be just clear here. I don't for a second believe that they will not find a way to bring her back. This is Kal'tsit after all. This is essentially the child of High Mao of Lowlight himself. So good God. Okay. Fucking Thanos snapped out of existence. In the blink of an eye, just disappeared. She has kept her promise. Oh, I'll be mad if the cutscene ends here. Oh, for fuck's sake! Well, I am sorry, everybody. I know where the episode ends. Fuck me. Okay, hold on. Before I stop recording, is something gonna change in the background? Because, my God. This was too huge as to not have something change, right? Okay, nothing here. What's this called at least? Never adopted, never far. You know how to wait. In the long years you wait for a single flower to blossom. Single flower, huh? Interesting. Anything new? Nope, this is still the same. And this is still the same. I'm actually surprised that this still has not changed. I really thought they're gonna go by poem. Every time a new poem appears, they're gonna change the background. But I guess we're not getting anything new, unless there's gonna be something at the end. But I guess we'll see. I guess actually no, I probably won't be able to see that. But because by next time, unless I'm gonna record the last bits of the story before this runs out. But we'll see. I do. I am busy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do want to see if the background is gonna change, but okay. Okay.